We had a lot of events today and last night, so let's talk about a couple of them. First, the story that broke out this morning. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady must serve 4-game suspension for his role in the Deflategate. Now, what Deflategate was, it was the New England Patriots deflated some footballs, kind of like this one. Although they didn't actually deflate this one. This one was deflated by myself. I deflated this one myself. Because notice how it's easy to squeeze. You're not supposed to do that you can't do that with a football, according to the proper PSI for NFL footballs. You can't be able to do that. Now, how does this suspension affect the New England Patriots? Let's take a look at their first 4 games of 2016. Their opener against the Arizona Cardinals, Week 1. I believe that is a primetime game. Week 2, the Miami Dolphins, who they lost to last year, I think it was, or the year before that. The Houston Texans, Week 3, with new quarterback Brock Osweiler and new running back Lamar Miller. Week 4, the Buffalo Bills. Now, if you can take a look at this schedule. Week 1 against the Cardinals. That could possibly be a loss. Miami Dolphins. I would say that one is a toss-up 50-50 right now. With the Houston Texans, I would give that one as well a 50-50. The Buffalo Bills. I think they'll be able to handle the Buffalo Bills no matter who's at quarterback. So what we're looking at, we're looking at possibly a 1-3 start for the Patriots. Now, he was supposed to be suspended for 4 games last season, but he won the appeal. They were still going to look into it. There was rumors out there that it could be that could have been a possibility. They didn't want to have him serve the 4-game suspension because they wanted to make sure that they had Manning versus Brady one last time in the AFC Championship game last year. Because if you would have noticed, the Patriots could have started off 2-2 or maybe 1-3, depending on how you want to look at that. And they were 12-4 last year in the regular season. Add those 2 to 3 losses, and you get the Patriots probably being out of the playoffs. So you better bet that when Tom Brady comes back, that he's going to need to lead his team. His first game back, it could be a little bit of a struggle. But let's not look into it right now. Let's look into who probably might be the starting quarterback. It could be a possibility, most likely maybe Jimmy Garoppolo. Or maybe they're going to draft a quarterback probably in round 6 or 7. Maybe they can sneak in a Dak Prescott at round 4. Maybe a Brandon Doughty in round 6 or 7. Maybe even Jake Coker or Kevin Hogan. But no matter who that quarterback's going to be, week 1, they got to be on their A game if they want to get back to the Super Bowl. Next story. Steph Curry out for at least 2 weeks with a torn MCL. How does this affect the Warriors? Well, it does. It affects more than what people think. How it affects the Warriors? Well, they lead the series against Houston 3-1. So they have 3 chances to win 1 game. And I think it's actually possible. Now, with 2 weeks, let's kind of look at how much 2 weeks is from right now. So today is Monday, April 25th. 2 weeks from now would be May 9th. So what I think could happen is he might, depending on what happens with the Warriors in the next series, or in the slight chance that they lose 3 in a row, Steph Curry should be fine, according to the reports have only been out 2 weeks. Because 2 weeks from now, it'll be the next series probably against LA or Portland. No matter which one it is, Steph Curry's got to be back to where he was, that MVP Steph Curry. So I think it's beneficial for the Warriors that they're missing Steph Curry right now because they got to win a game without him. They were able to win a couple games without Curry, but they got to win a big-time playoff game without Steph Curry. Now, people think that the Warriors could still win the NBA Finals, and they probably could, depending on what time he comes back, because usually there are teams out there that when they get an injured player, they come back, it messes up the system, because they get so used to playing without them, kind of like the Penguins in hockey, because I'm a Penguins fan for the NHL, moving on to the next round to play the Washington Capitals. What happens every year before the playoffs, someone on the Penguins gets injured, and they're able to come back into the rotation, and it messes them up a little bit, because they get used to winning and playing without them. This year, why they lost Game 2 against the Rangers in the first round, Evgeny Malkin came back. They were 14-2 without him. But then when he came back, the game that he was returning, they lost 5-2. Part of it was they didn't play that great. But other reasons could be on why they lost. They just weren't used to him being back. It was a huge transition. Kind of like when their goalie Marc-Andre Fleury comes back, depending on when it is. Because there's a good possibility he's going to get to play in these playoffs. That we'll probably lose a game or two in that series when Fleury comes back, because they're used to defending with Jeff Zatkoff and Matt Murray. So the last story I'm going to talk about is the Lakers fired Byron Scott, their head coach. This is what Lakers fans have probably wanted. Depending on who the next coach is going to be, they better do well with the draft with most likely the number 2 pick. Most likely, they're either going to draft or the 76ers don't draft between Brandon Ingram and Ben Simmons. Although it could be a small possibility, maybe you draft Dragon Bender or Jamal Murray. Because Jamal Murray, he can shoot the 3-point ball really well. And the Lakers are a young team in development. Because you have D'Angelo Russell, Nick Young, Larry Nance Jr., and you have a couple veterans on there. But it's still a young team that's in progression. And I think the Lakers will probably get back on track, maybe within 3 or 4 years. So that is your video. The content for this video was suggested by Austin Harper. So please like and subscribe to my channel. Also email me for suggestions on future videos. birdtechjohnny@gmail.com is the email I use for this channel. Also follow me on my sports Twitter account at JBTalkSports. Also like my new Facebook page. And also kind of feel free to go back and watch videos like in the past. Like I'll put in the description box a couple of videos from maybe the past week or two. NFL drafts this Thursday. Get those entries into the description box to see who can have the better mock draft. I'll see you in my next video.